Hey guys, it's GameFace here and welcome back to episode 6 of my Valencia Career Mode. Now in today's episode, we're going to be kind of doing a half Brazil and half Valencia side to things. So we're going to be playing one game with Brazil and then we'll be playing one game with Valencia a little bit later on. First off though, we do have a couple of things to do with Brazil. It's the World Cup qualifiers for when will that be, 2018? Is that right? World Cup qualifiers? That's what it says, so I'm assuming that's what it means. But basically we have a game against Venezuela coming up first, and then I think the other game was Paraguay afterwards, and that is the game we're going to be playing. Paraguay, we'll be seeing the game against Venezuela, because I think that should be a fairly easy match, but obviously we'll have to wait and see how we get on. It is the World Cup qualifiers. We are with Brazil. Before we get into things, if we could go hit 30 likes on this video, that'd be really appreciated. Also, if you haven't already, that'd be really appreciated if you could go hit the subscribe button also as well. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Let's move on into this episode now. It was going to be a foot draft today, but I think I decided to do the Valencia one because I've not done one in a few days. So foot draft will be out tomorrow for those of you asking in the comments of my previous video, which was really well supported. So thank you very much for that. And yeah, let's move on now to the Venezuela game. We are just going to submit through the calendar and let's see how we do. We've won the game 1-0, so maybe not quite as comfortable as I was expecting, but certainly it is a win, so we'll take that. Player injured, 4 weeks, an injury already. I've got a little feeling that, I mean, it says that the group stages, but we're not getting any sort of group at the moment on the side of things. We're not getting shown the tables, are we? Oh, there we are. We've been shown the tables now, because there's 10 teams in this, and as you can see, we have gone second. But we have to play all these teams, I believe, so we've got a lot of games to play, and that's probably why we've started it so early, because we've got to play 9 other teams. I think that's 18 games in total, possibly there. So there's a lot of games to be played, but let's move on to the Paraguay match. We are going to play this game, hopefully get ourselves a decent result against them, and I'll be back in a second once I've changed around the team. And this is the team I'm going to be going with. I've started with Alves in goal. We've also got Sandro at left back. We've got Silva and Naldo at centre back. Perez, I think is how you pronounce his name, at right back. Not really heard of him, I don't think, before. David Luiz starts as a holding midfielder, just because I want to play with 2 holding midfielders, which we don't really have in the squad. So I've got Luis Gustavo as the other one, and I'm trying David Luiz there, just because I didn't want to use Oscar there. Didn't want to have to pull back Coutinho into that position either. So I've gone with David Luiz in the hope that's going to work. Coutinho in front of them. Firmino playing as a striker. Again, I'm just kind of testing things out. It's my first proper game with Brazil. The other options, as you can see, are down below there. But yeah, we've got Neymar as a left winger. I was tempted also to play him as a striker, but we'll again have to see how he does out on the left wing with Hulk as a right winger. Again, tempted to put Douglas Costa there, but he will probably feature at some point during this game. Let's move on now to playing this match against Paraguay. Hopefully get ourselves another 3 points. Here we go. This should be a game that we win quite comfortably, but this is my first game as playing as Brazil manager, so I need to get used to these sort of players and the sort of formation that I'm playing as well. David Luiz trying to get forward. He's not really playing as much of a holding midfielder. He's only got a shot on target there. Brilliant run forward. But we'll happily take a corner 3 minutes in. Neymar will take it. Trying to find David Luiz again here. Oof, got a bit of a mess in the box. We like that. Usually the ball falls to us, but this time it's cleared. Tell you what, David Luiz is having a brilliant game in holding midfield. I was a little bit tempted not to play him there, but I thought I would, and he's gone into the box, and it's 1-0. Fantastic header. Is that Firmino with the header? It is. Oh my days. What a start this has been. 10 minutes in. Lovely little cutback here from Neymar. Brilliant cross, and an easy little header there for Firmino, who's unchallenged in there. 1-0, 10 minutes in. Here we go, Perez trying to get on the overlap, looking for David Luiz in the box here. He's in there and nearly got onto the end of it. We are playing very well. David Luiz is doing a fantastic job winning back the ball. He also likes to go forward, but he can defend when we need him to. And he's just doing a brilliant all-round job in there. So surprising how well he's doing so far. Passing the ball around nicely as well, which was another worry that I had. So yeah, so far this team's doing really well, and it's looking like it'll be probably quite a comfortable win in this game, as it should be, I suppose, against Paraguay. But we still need to get another couple of goals, I would have thought. Coutinho's running through now. Tight angle, but he's gone for it, and he's gone in. I wasn't expecting that. 2-0, 39 minutes in, and this is turning into a really comfortable game for us now. Look at the way we're able to pass the ball around. Just a little flicked ball through there from Firmino. To his friend Coutinho. Friend! Well, look at that. Smashes it. And the goalkeeper's not going to save that. 2-0. Oh, Coutinho's won it back here quite easily. Straight from their free kick. He's running through. Coutinho on his left foot. Gets parried towards Coutinho and another save. A double save from the goalkeeper. That's actually a brilliant double save from him. And Coutinho's very unlucky there not to run all the way through and get ourselves a third goal, because we have just completely dominated this game really from start to finish. And yeah, at the moment we are doing really well. We might make some changes, I think, now a little bit earlier than I was expecting to, but I think we may as well make them as they're making theirs. And yes, let's quickly change in the team. I'll be back in a second. Okay, these are the 3 changes that I'm going to make. Quite attacking changes, really, considering the scoreline already. Philip Anderson comes into the team. Oscar does as well, and same with Costa. And we're taking out Coutinho, Firmino, and Hulk. Not seeing much of Hulk. A little bit of Firmino. Obviously, he scored the goal in the first half. But Coutinho has had a fairly decent game. But other than that, the other 2, not that fantastic, really. And hopefully now we can go on to score a few more goals. Here we go on the counter-attack yet again. Gustavo trying to bulldozer his way through, didn't quite work out. Oh, but we've won it back here. Neymar onto Felipe Anderson, who we've seen absolutely nothing of. Going to cut back onto his right foot and gets deflected. Another one where we should have done a lot better from, really. How we're only winning this game 2, I've got no idea. But a decent performance from most of the team, really. We have looked definitely the stronger side. Anderson can't get away from his marker, and he's lost the ball. Neymar running through here, not much time left, and they are being quite resilient actually now. Paraguay, this is a different sort of defending that we saw for most of the game, and they're playing on the counter-attack definitely, but well recovered by the right back. It's very much a counter-attacking match now. It's one end of the pitch to the other, and I think we just had a bit too much quality for them. And as I was saying earlier on another day, this would have been 5 or 6-0, I think. But it's only 2 at the moment, and it appears that's the way it's going to finish, unless they can get themselves a goal, which would definitely be undeserved. But they're playing it around nicely. They've turned on a brilliant save with one hand from Diego Alves out for a corner. And I think we should pretty much clear this one, to be honest. They got the goalkeeper up, though. I suspect as soon as we clear it, it will cause the referee to blow his whistle, but we'll wait and find out. And yes, he has done. We've won the game 2-0. A very good performance from us. Sadly, though, we didn't score enough of the chances that we created, so it has just finished the 2 goals to 0. Let's move on now to the Valencia side of things and forget about the World Cup qualifiers just for now, but we have got ourselves 6 points from 6. Okay, back to club football, and let's get some of these players going up in overalls. Hopefully we can get those 5 going up. And anybody this week? No, not quite. We still need, I think, a few weeks of keeping these players, because I think some of them aren't growing as much as I'd hoped. But we will hopefully get them up in the next few weeks. As you can see from the league table, 8 games in, 20 points so far. We're 4 points ahead of Real Madrid, 6 points ahead of Barcelona, and on the same amount of points as Real Sociedad. So we're doing quite well at the moment. Hopefully we can contend to try and win the league. Obviously we've not played many of the big boys yet, but that will come hopefully in the next few episodes. Game against Malaga now, I think we are just going to sim the match, because I think we might have a bit of a more important game coming up. Let's have a look. Actually no, we got Atletico Madrid, but that's 3 games time. The only other option is for me to sim both of the next 2 games, and then I'll play the Atletico Madrid game in this episode. So I think I'll do that. I'll sim the next 2 matches. We will go with this team. Hopefully it's going to be enough to beat Malaga. I suspect it should be. We are at home, so, you know, we've got the advantage here. And let's wait and find out how we get on. 3 minutes in. When I build us up like that, we never seem to do anything decent. 3 minutes in, we're already losing the game 1-0. And Gustavo's injured to make it even worse. Gets a yellow card 2 minutes before that. Into the second half. How can we not score? Look at the team we've got out. This is our starting 11 pretty much. And yeah, Rodrigo equalises. That's good. Okay, 10 minutes left. Skip it, and no, it finishes 1-1. How we've managed that, I've got absolutely no idea. We will move on, I think. Actually, no, I'll look at the player injury. 6 weeks. Why do I get so unlucky with these injuries? I think it's telling me I'm suing too many matches, but I think I've played quite a few on this career mode, so I don't think I need to start playing more matches. I think I'm doing okay with the balance at the moment. Luckily for us, though, Real Sociedad also dropped points. Real Madrid, on the other hand, didn't. They have gobbled up 2 points there, and I think we will just replace the unavailable player and hopefully ourselves against a win against Levante. and see how we get on. This should be a pretty comfortable win. We will skip it, and we won the game 2-1. Not very comfortable in the end still, but yeah, we will take the 3 points, and we move top. Real Sociedad are not going through a good spell at the moment, but Real Madrid are. They're bouncing back, 2 points behind us still. Barcelona are slowly slipping further and further down the league table, and they might even go down to 7th once Atletico Madrid have played. Obviously, that will only happen if we lose to them, I would imagine. But yeah, let's move on to the next match now. Hopefully get ourselves a win. We are going to play this game. We won't be doing any play development just yet, and we'll see what Figuli's got to say first of all. Okay, so Figuli wants to talk to me about something. He's unsettled at the moment because he's living so far away from home. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. But he's going to concentrate on training hard and seeing what happens. Yay. That's definitely important for me to know. So yeah, let's move on to change around the team and see what sort of side I can come up with. Okay, this is the team that I've gone with. Navas starts in goal. Gaia is a left-back. Laporte and Mustafari, I think Mustafi I'll go with, as the centre-backs. Cancelo is the right-back, with Parejo and Danilo starting as CDMs. Kirishev on the left mid, and we've got Figuli right mid. Verratti is the centre attacker mid, just behind Rodrigo. So that is the team I've gone with. That's the bench. Again, Alcesa and Negredo just haven't put in enough good performances to warrant starting. So sadly, I'm going to have to go with Rodrigo again, because he is just doing really well in games. So if that's the case, I'm going to have to go with it. And let's move on to the game against Atletico Madrid. It's going to be a tough match, this one, I'd expect anyway. And yeah, let's see how we get on against one of the bigger teams, which we've not come up against as of yet. Here we go, the biggest game we've had so far this season. The best defensive teams. Well, we are the best defensive team. We're ahead of Real Sociedad. We've only conceded 6 goals this season in 10 games, I think it is. This is the 11th match, I'm pretty sure. So we're doing really well at the moment in terms of the goals that we've conceded. Hopefully we can continue to do that in this game. I think we're still undefeated as well. I'm pretty sure that we're still undefeated. But yeah, let's try and continue that in this game against Atletico Madrid. Going to be a tough match. Let's see how we get on. Oh, 1-0, 5 minutes in. That's not a good start. We were all over the place defensively there, and you could see it coming. As soon as they grabbed hold of the ball, we couldn't win it back off them. And we're losing 1-0 already. That's not a good start for us. We just need to settle down a little bit. We were a little bit all over the place. Guy was trying to overlap at the wrong time, which left us with 3 at the back against their 2 strikers. Always vulnerable in that sort of position, even though we had the most players. But yeah, I think we just need to settle down a little bit into this game. Here we go, through to Verratti. Pulls it back onto his right foot. Can he find the pass to Parejo? And he has done 1-1. That's really our first shot, I think, in this game. They've completely dominated us. They've had all the possession. It's probably around 70% possession, if not a little bit more, to Atletico Madrid. But that is the main thing, that we've got the goal back. And now they can't just pass it around the back. It's a little tap in. Well, when I say tap in, he has hit it fairly hard, but it is just a pass across the goal, which the keeper was not really going to be able to do too much about. But it's 1-1 now. That's the main thing. We're back in this game. Here we go, on the edge of their box now. We are looking a lot more dangerous, actually. We just need to get some of this passing a bit better. We haven't been good enough at passing in this game so far. On to Verratti, trying to find the ball through to Danilo, who hasn't done too much. That's a brilliant save from Oblak, out for a corner. And we certainly are looking so much better since we got the equaliser into the box. And back out to Kirishev, who will put it back in. And nearly finds somebody in the box there again. Has a third chance, which he completely mucks up. And that's it for the first half. We are still drawing the game 1-1. Very interesting match this one. It's told me a lot about my team, and well, especially the team today as well, because it's not the greatest midfield that I've ever had out. We're not really much of a passing midfield, which isn't great, but Danilo isn't the greatest passer really in game. So I think we're gonna have to keep things the same for now. I'm tempted to take off Danilo, but I think the only option would be Gomez. What's he like? In fact, his passing looks really good, Gomez, so we will make that change now, thinking about it. We'll bring on Gomez, take off Danilo, who has struggled really to play the sort of role that I'm after. So we'll go with that, and hopefully we will improve into the second half. Verratti trying to play through Rodrigo. We've not had many opportunities like this one in this game so far. Rodrigo just about getting through there brilliantly. On with the right-footed shot, and Oblak saves down to his left very well, actually. Very good footwork, though, from Rodrigo, and he nearly got us a second goal in this game. We're looking a little bit better in the second half with the introduction of Gomez, but not massively. We still do look a little bit fragile in defence. This could be another good chance, though, with Gomez. Doesn't really have enough pace, and that's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to stop like that. I wanted to change direction, something that he clearly can't do that well. Okay, some more changes now. We are going to bring on Bakali for some more pace, and we'll take up Kirashev, who hasn't really been involved too much in this game. Then the temptation is to bring on one of Negredo or Alcesa. I'm not really too sure who it should be. Alcesa or Negredo. I think it's going to have to be Alcesa. We'll take off Verratti, and I think that's going to be the final change of this game. Hopefully that's going to get us a winner. No way! How can that happen? Oh my days. Is that Pastore? Oh my days. Let's watch the replay back on that one, because how that's happened, I've got no idea. Again, it's just one of those kind of fluky chances that they've scored, sadly. They take it down the left-hand side. I mean, I don't know what's happened to the defence, the midfield. We're all over the place. Get pulled apart. And he's got to win the header, Laporte. He's got to win the header. He has to win that. You can't let a player like that win the header. I just don't know what's happened. 9 minutes left. Let's try and get an equalising goal, otherwise we're going to lose our unbeaten run. That's why you play that sort of pass. That is absolute rubbish from Alcesa there. You can't play that sort of pass. Lose it so easily. Oh my days, the defence is all over the place. How has that happened? We've just conceded again. Watch this. How on earth has this happened? Right, okay, so it's been passed, that's fine, no problem. Goes up in the air. Both of them try and block it. Oh, let's trip each other up. Oh, and now whoever that is no longer fast enough to get there and runs in the opposite direction. Number 5 there. So he just runs onto the ball because these idiots run into each other. He runs onto the ball, plays it in, goal. I mean, where's the marking, where's the defence, where's anything? And we've lost our first game of the season. Not good. This has been a really poor match. This was my only worry when we've had such easy games early on in the season to then come up against a bigger team. And they've just completely outplayed us. I mean, we have been without Luis Gustavo, but that's not really an excuse. And to be trying to bring on Alcesa, who can't kick a ball quite clearly. I mean, we just don't have enough options by the looks of it. We need to start getting rid of some of the rubbish players in game. And that sort of pass, you can't pass the ball out like that. Too many mistakes. And yeah, really poor performance in this match. That is it, we've lost the game 3-1, the first loss of this season, I believe it is. When you think about it, not too bad considering we are 11 games in now. But 3-1, it's not good enough. It really isn't, and that gives Real Madrid the chance to go above us if they win the next game, I think. So yeah, not good at all. What I will be doing the next game is completely dropping Alcesa from absolutely everything possible, because he was absolutely useless. I think he touched the ball 2 or 3 times when he came on, which simply isn't good enough really when you're playing that sort of role. And yeah, we are going to obviously have to look at trying to change things around, because it's clearly not working, especially against the big teams anyway. We can't play in that same sort of style that we do against the lesser teams. So yeah, that is it for this episode. Sadly, not a great end to the episode, but I think certainly it was very positive with the fact that we did very well with Brazil, and we looks like a really good team. But other than that, yes, not the greatest result there for Valencia. But that is it for this episode. Thank you for watching. If we can go hit 30 likes on this video, that'd be really appreciated. Also, if you haven't already, then please go and subscribe to the channel. That'd be absolutely fantastic if you could go do that. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I think it'll be tomorrow for some foot draft. And yeah, that should be really good. Looking forward to that. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.